Today we're back with a brand new mod by Ravishing. You guys, this could quite possibly be my favorite mod to hit The Sims 4 in 2021. It is a complete and utter game changer. It is the Ink for Yourself Memory Keeper, which almost doubles as a memory system that you have full control over and is super duper interactive. But before I go on and gawk about it anymore, I did kind of want to tell you guys a little bit more about this mod. So the Ink for Yourself customizable journal. Basically, your journey starts by purchasing a journal and recording your memories. Number 2, you can choose from 25 different icons for each entry. And then you are able to put those simmy feelings to paper. So you're actually able to create a title for your memory and a description up to 400 characters. Last but not least, you can relive the memories and add moodlets so your Sims can reflect appropriately on their previous adventures. The description reads, "This spiral notebook holds personalized entries. It can be used as a diary, journal, wedding guest book, or any way your Simmy heart desires." Click on the notebook to create a new entry where you can customize its icon, moodlet, and view at any time. You can also choose a Sim as the author for both the notebook and individual entries. Best of all, it can be passed down to new Sim generations to keep the memories and records alive. Before we get started, let me go and give you guys some background history on our Sim, Miss Andrea Clark. So Andrea here is a substitute teacher in Evergreen Harbor. She recently moved into this beautiful apartment created by Simlissy and unexpectedly adopted this tabby cat named Nacho. See, here's the thing. Andrea, she spends a lot of time alone. And even though it may seem like Nacho really needed Andrea, I think Andrea needed Nacho more. And because Andrea has found herself spending a lot of time alone these days, she really doesn't have anyone to talk to. So one of her favorite things to do is to keep a journal so that she has somewhere to share her thoughts. To find the spiral notebook, all you need to do is just filter out your items by custom content or type notebook into the search bar. It is 30 simoleons to purchase, and do keep in mind once you make the commitment to own this item, you're not able to delete it. Also, side note, this mod is completely base game compatible, so that is all that you'll need to run it. And in terms of swatches or covers that you can choose for your notebook, right now the options are kind of limited. I do believe in the future that Ravishing will be adding in some more, like a composition notebook and things of that nature. But for now, I think we're just gonna go with the first swatch. I rather like the way that this looks, and I kind of feel like it fits Andrea's personality. So you have a few different options. Once you click the notebook, you're able to open the notebook, which again will trigger its inventory, which will harbor all of your Sims' memories and entries. Then you can come over here and hit the edit button, which will allow you to select the author of the journal. So if you had more Sims, you'd be able to like switch this up. You can always go back and change the author. I'm under the assumption that everyone from toddlers all the way to elders can own and record their own memories. However, for this particular journal, we're gonna make Andrea the author. After that, we're gonna go back into edit and we can hit details. Apparently, we can actually create a name for our journal. What this means to you is that your Sim isn't limited to only one notebook. They can actually have multiple different notebooks with different categories assigned to each one. For instance, you can have one notebook that is for recording memories, another for taking notes, or maybe another as kind of like a catch-all for anything that you want. For this particular journal, I have named it Andrea's Private Journal. For the description, we have it as keep out or else. Now, if we take the journal and throw it into our inventory, you will see that it says Andrea's Private Journal. The author is Andrea Clark. We have our description, and it also mentions that this item cannot be sold or deleted, which totally makes sense. I was also under the impression that you weren't able to create entries if it's in your inventory, but apparently you're able to now, which is kind of weird. But what what I'm going to do is I'm going to place this back here on the table, and we are going to have Andrea create her very first entry. What I'm going to do is hop on over to create entry. Now we have a few different icons to choose from. I do believe Ravisheen is in the process of adding in more. So as you guys can see, we have different things like a school bus. We also have like this fiery heart, baby bottle, broken heart. You can pretty much guess which life events these would be assigned to. There's also like a key, a ring for engagement, all sorts of stuff. I think for today, we are going to, I don't know. Oh, you know what? We'll start off with the key because Andrea recently moved into her brand new apartment. So what I'm going to do is write got the key. And then I'm going to say for our description, Andrea finally, I'm going to try to keep this as like Max's match as possible, finally got the approval from her landlord. She's an apartment owner now. Something like that. I don't know. So also quick little side note, for your description, or for your title rather, you have 140 characters available to you to type in whatever type of title you like. In the description, you have up to 400 characters. So that is a lot of text that you can kind of just throw in here to create really elaborate descriptions, which I find is super duper helpful. So now that we have that, Andrea is actually going to write in her little journal. So that's really cute. I love that she writes on her little notepad about her experiences. I do appreciate that animation because it kind of adds a little extra something. So it does feel like she is actually contributing to the notebook. So now we have this memory in our private journal. For if and when your journal's inventory closes, you can always open it right back up by clicking on your notebook and selecting open notebook. So with our memory, there are a few different things that we can do. We can go into the edit option and we can actually change the author of this memory. So for instance, maybe you wanted to change ownership. It wasn't Andrea that was excited about the new apartment. It was maybe her roommate or, you know, another sim in the household. You could totally select a different sim. You can also go and assign a moodlet as well, which is really cool. So you have a bunch of different moodlets to choose from. You've got scary, sad, romantic, none, inspiring, happy, embarrassing, confident, and even angry. I do believe moving into a new apartment could be, well, it could kind of trigger multiple different emotions. But for Andrea, it actually made her feel very inspired because her hard work, her success is paying off. So once you assign that moodlet, you will now see that on the memory itself, it is an inspiring memory. So what does that mean to you? Well, it means that if a sim recalls an inspiring moment, like we're gonna have her go and do right now, she will literally reminisce, and with that, she will get a custom moodlet. For instance, she's feeling inspired. There are some extraordinary experiences that continue to drive us to bigger and better things. Not only can you direct your sims in recalling a previous memory or entry, they will also autonomously do so. With that, if it is a note or maybe a really long event, memory, or entry, you're able to have them read it as well, which will trigger this pop-up. This is really helpful, especially if your description is 400 characters, but there's honestly something very satisfying about seeing this in game. Like, I created this and it looks so official. I just love being able to have that option as well. Here's also another cute little thing that you can do. You can actually, if you wanted to, pull pages out of your journal book and you can place them on the wall. So here is Andrea's freaking entry. I think this is seriously so sweet. And if you wanted, I do believe that you're able to go into buy mode. Hold on a quick little second. I've got the better bill buy on, so it just kind of lags for a sec while it's like filtering everything out. But then you can go in here and select different text. Now, if you're gonna keep this in your journal, I wouldn't do this, but if this is something that you're gonna like throw on a wall, maybe have like another sim read, maybe this is a letter to somebody, I don't know, your imagination can go crazy, trust me. This could be really fun to play with. So yeah, different types of font styles, all sorts of stuff. It kind of looks like handwritten notes in some instances. I think this is really cool. But if you wanted to put it back into your Sims's notebook, because obviously now their private journal is empty, you just got to go ahead and drag it back. Now, if you have multiple I think if you have multiple memories, this could mess up the order a little bit. So do use that with discretion. It might have no effect whatsoever. Let me go ahead and see what else. So yeah, you can always come back and change the details of your journal too if you wanted. We're going to create another entry. I'm thinking we should do something along the lines of something sad. So maybe the reason why Andrea likes to spend a lot of time alone is because in the past, unfortunately, her heart has been broken. So for this memory, I have named it Broke Off the Engagement. Finding out the sim Andrea thought she'd spend forever with isn't who he said he was is devastating. Will I ever love again? She thinks to herself. Poor Andrea. As you can see, she's writing in her little notebook. Super cute. And then we have our memory added to the end of the line. I think I can arrange these, but I'm not 100% sure. If I was really doing this for like storytelling purposes, I would have created this first, obviously. So now if we hover over the broken heart, we can see all of the details that we put on it. And then we can click on the broken heart, we can click read, or we can edit it and assign a moodlet, which I'm totally gonna go ahead and do. So I feel like this would be an angry memory because Andrea was betrayed. Like, this dude totally ripped her heart out and completely freaking stomped on it. So now you can see the memory assigned is angry. I'm gonna have her go ahead and recall this moment just to see what ends up happening. It was a very brief little tantrum that she had there, but nothing too crazy. Let's go ahead and recall that angry moment again just to see if there's anything else that happens. All right, a little more bothered this time. As you guys can see down here, we have a buff that says angry memory. Just thinking back on a heated moment from the past has Andrea seeing red. Speaking of red, we're gonna have Andrea go and read her latest entry. This is so satisfying. I don't know why seeing this pop up on the freaking screen is like really doing something for me right now, but it completely is. I just love how official this feels. Oh my gosh. Okay, so you guys pretty much get the gist of this particular mod. Let me tell you, this mod here is going to come in absolute freaking handy when I post the formans. Like, I feel like there's a reason why this damn LP has been taking forever to surface on my channel besides life throwing rocks at me, quite honestly. But other than the obvious, I feel like stuff like this is going to play such a key role in making this next season even more memorable than maybe even the previous ones. I don't know. Everything happens for a reason. But anyways, you guys, if you're interested in picking up this mod, I will go ahead and post the link in the description. It is available now for $5 on Ravishing's Patreon, or you can wait until September 25th-ish to get it for free, because then that's when it will be released to the public. But honestly, like, I feel like for $5, this is completely worth it. I am going to utilize this so freaking much. And if you're interested in downloading my sim Andrea, she is completely CC free on the gallery at Gen2606. And with that said, I am so curious to know what you guys think about this mod in the comments down below. What would you like seen add to it to make it even better? I wish there was ways that we could actually add photos to the notebook. I think that would be absolutely incredible. But you guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and end it here. So with that said, don't forget to go ahead and comment, rate, and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below where the sun doesn't shine, and I will see you all next time.